Welcome to this video. This has been 1 month since we've returned to the UK, and we're going to talk about the reasons why this was our choice.
Oh, well, even though we love Mexico, we have to really be honest with you. I'm from Mexico, and unfortunately many things haven't changed, and the first one and most important is the economy. It was quite challenging to find a job that allowed me to spend time with my family and also to allow us to afford life there. So we couldn't find a full-time job for Thomas because he couldn't speak Spanish.
Yeah, I can't speak Spanish, and that is a big down factor. And at the time as well, I didn't have a permanent residence. Even though I did get that at the end, I still couldn't get a job. It was very difficult. I mean, you could get a job, but you'd be, in British pounds, you'd be earning like £400 a month doing 40 hours a week. It's not sustainable. And why would I be doing that when I've got an opportunity here in the UK, which I'm very fortunate with?
We have to compare wages, and when we think about any standard job in Mexico with no qualifications or studies, we are talking about 400 to 600 pounds before tax in Mexico. And here, what would be the standard wage?
Standard wage, you're looking at 1,200, 300 a month, doing full-time work.
Okay.
And yeah, you can still live okay with that depending on your lifestyle. Number two is a better place for my son to grow. Number one is obviously the school. The school is free, even though we're considering homeschooling him. We have more time with the family, so Danny can spend more time. She can go out. She shouldn't have to worry about security. There's pathways that she can walk on, because in Mexico City, only mainly in the very touristic places is the paths are okay to walk, but anywhere else is really bad.
It's a challenge.
It's really dangerous. There's potholes everywhere in the roads. It's a big contrast.
Yeah, and a very important thing as well is public transport. As you know, in Mexico, where we were living in Hidalgo, there were not big buses or anything. It was mainly combis,
which were good.
Really good, and it was cheap. Efficient and cheap. However, when it comes to taking the pram with us and taking all the things we need for the baby and traveling as a family is not very convenient. It was something that sometimes, we just wanted to, like here in Scotland, you just get in the bus with the pram with your 1,000 bags from grocery shopping, and everything is just smoother and easier. Even though it's cheaper in Mexico, but for our needs, it was not working. It was not working. The pathways, as he said, the safety and education here for our kid, that he's a Scottish citizen, will be free until university. So we don't have to worry about any extra cost. In Mexico, private schools are really expensive, and that doesn't guarantee that our kid will learn English, even though his dad will speak to him native English. We just want him to get involved in a community of English native speakers so that he can pick up the accent faster.
Another thing is everything's really far out. You have to travel quite far to go places to get what you need. and it's very basic stuff that you get. You can't get everything, you know. Veganism doesn't exist there really.
And if it does, it's like double, triple the price.
Baby things like nappies, for instance, are nearly more than double the price. Doesn't make sense.
Here, just to give a rough idea, a pack of nappies for our baby that is almost like a size number 6 is like £6 for 50 nappies.
45, 50.
And in Mexico, you're looking at £12 minimum, and that's like the really
15,
cheap ones that look like cardboard. So basically it's triple the price because we were not buying the cheap ones there.
You get benefits obviously from the government to help you out. Obviously rent and everything can vary, but you know, you're earning more wages. Council tax you have to pay, gas and electric here. There's pros and cons to every place that you live, but from Mexico, from what I've experienced myself living there and living in the UK, I do think it's a better place to start here in the UK and maybe have holidays in Mexico. Living is a totally different aspect. You have to have a good business behind you. You have to have really good money, good support. And if you don't, you know, you're going to be working 2 or 3 jobs minimum to live, not live happily, survive, just survive. Yeah.
And
by the way, these glasses, it's just
for sure.
blue light. Yeah, it's for blue light at night time because I don't want it to distract my sleep.
I think the main thing, as you would know, is quality of life in the UK versus Mexico. Here we would spend more time together as a family, and if you work from 9 till 5, it means you work from 9 till 5 and not from 9 till 8 or till everyone starts standing up from their desk. And you know, it's not like Mexico. Like in Mexico, people think the more you are working, the better, but that doesn't necessarily mean to be productive.
Yeah.
And here is the opposite. Everyone finishes at 5, and if you are there after 5, you are the weird one, you know.
In Mexico, it's the opposite.
In Mexico, it's the opposite. So we want that life for our kid. We want him to take advantage of this system. We want him to learn English as a native language. We want ourselves to have more time together as a family. And of course, Scotland is a beautiful country as well.
Very beautiful, very beautiful. Very cold, but very beautiful. And another piece of advice I'll give to you people is, I know there's a lot of people out there on social media saying like move to these other countries like Thailand, Bali, Spain, etc. If you're young and you have the money, go and do it. Don't get me wrong, but you need to have a plan, a 5-year plan. And you have to have it well figured out, because if you don't, you know, you're going to be spending a lot of money to come back. I mean, you've always got to try things to know if it's right for you, but don't be jumping from the fire into the frying pan, because the grass is not always green on the other side. Why do you think people come to here? Because they want to make the money and provide a better life for their families. So my advice to you, if you've not got an online business or any sort of business that enables you to move from place to place, is build your money here first and then explore later. But that's our goals. Everyone is different. Like I said, if you're young, it's you know, go and do it. Go and explore as much as you can. But when you're a bit older and you have families, kids, etc., it's way harder, and yeah, very different.
And also we were aware that if we came back to the UK, that meant more money to spend in regards to my visa.
Yeah.
We are talking about 2,700 if I was applying from inside the UK before my visa expired, and that's a lot of money. That's around 70,000 pesos, more or less, something like that, which, you know, with that money you can do some things in Mexico, or you can pay rent for at least probably, yeah, depending on where you live, but where we were living at least 8 months or something like that. But at the end of the day, it's an investment that we thought about the consequences of not doing it and the consequences for our family, which later on, if we were about not to do that, that would mean Thomas coming here by himself,
6 months,
working for 6 months to sponsor me, and then wait for a response from the application. And we don't really know and are sure how long that was going to take, so probably we were going to be 1 year apart, Thomas from me and the baby, and that is something that we couldn't handle, I think, or didn't want to experience.
Unfortunately, we had the opportunity to come back, because a lot of people don't have that opportunity. You know, they have to be separated from their families. I've seen it a lot here, and it's not fair, you know, because the government are just taking the money from people. It's just a money scam. When you ask me, it's plain and simple. But it's something you have to do, and you know, if we want to build a good life here, there's sacrifices you have to
make.
Yeah, and you know, we can always gain more money, but we can't gain more time.
Okay, so just to summarize the video, the first reason why we came here was the economy.
We've talked a lot about a lot of different things, not really put it in order there.
The first one would be the economy. The second one
would be a future for our child.
And the third one, the immigration situation for myself as a non-citizen of the UK, you know, and the consequences that would have on our family. I think we talked about the quality of life, public transport, safety, many things, but mainly those are the three reasons. And if you can think of any other reasons, just put them down in the comments.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts on what you think, if you've lived in Mexico, if you lived in the UK.
Or if you would like to live.
Oh, you'd like to live, yeah.
What are your questions, you know? What would you like to know to make it happen? Anything. It can be immigration related. It can be about the system here.
We've been through it all, so...
The support.
So just let us know if you have any questions regarding anything to do with Mexico or to do with the UK. I'm sure we can answer your question to the best of our knowledge.
If you also have questions, you are free to, you know, leave them down in the comments. And if you like the video, please subscribe and click on the like button.
Thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you. Bye bye.